need to put my serum. I wonder how good this works. Okay. I don't know why. Big nasty. Good morning. Why you up here calling somebody big nasty? I don't know what that's about. What's that about? Why people be taking their likes away? Hey, whoa. Good morning. How you doing? How you doing this morning? Today is Friday. Payday for all y'all. Well, not payday for me. Gotta get the eyes right. Gotta get the eyes. Gotta get the eyes together. I wanna create a dark lip. A dark lip. Okay. Hello, Liam. How you doing? Good morning. I want to create a dark red lip. I don't have the right tools to really be doing makeup. I don't have it. But we're going to improvise. I'm going to warn y'all. Don't be up at night like me watching social media. Because I was up. And I came across some videos of people having worms in their face. That's the new thing. That's a new disease out. Worms coming out your pores and your face. So be careful who you hugging on. I'm like, why the hell I'm watching this damn video? People with worms in their face. And one lady had it so bad in her face, the parasitic worms were crawling in her face that she used Nair, the hair remover, to burn off the parasites. But instead of burning the parasites, she burned all her face. And the parasites are still there. All her face, her lower part of her face is burnt. I don't know how you get parasitic worms in your face. I don't know. I don't want to know, really. So, we're doing something different today. Yeah, a lady had look it up. Parasitic worms in her face. She had to use Nair. She used Nair to try to burn them off. The hair remover. Burnt off all her face at the bottom. All this is burnt. Hello, Radia. Hello, welcome. Hello, the other name, I don't know. Welcome. Welcome to my TED Talk. Welcome, you guys. Welcome to my TED Talk. Hello, Shark Boy. Welcome to my TED Talk. And see how that bottom look? And then I'm going to just... Thank you, Radia. Thank you. Just trying to put the lip on. Because people come here just for that. People come here just to see the lip gloss. Hello, T. Paris said. I don't know what your name is. Welcome to my TED Talk about Indiana and worms in your face. Welcome, guys. Hope everybody's having a great day, great morning. You ate your breakfast. You did what you're supposed to do. You pay your child support today. Hope all you guys are paying your bills today. Pay all your bills. So Saturday you can wake up, go wash your car. Okay, do the thing that you need to do for yourself to make yourself feel complete and whole and wholesome. Thank you, Radia. So, we're going to have a great Friday. We're not going to let nobody bother us. We're not going to let stress destroy our energy. Having a great morning, okay? Eat your breakfast. Eat your oatmeal. If your cholesterol is to the roof, put down the sausage biscuit and pick up a spoon and eat some oatmeal. Eat some oatmeal, okay? Do what you got to do for yourself. Make yourself feel good inside and out, okay? Inside and out. Now, I'm not gonna guarantee this hair color will be here tomorrow. Okay, it may be something totally different. I'm in a shifting mood these days. I'm moving around because I'm about to find my permanent style. Okay, so that I can be, recognized, as Livia. Hello, Funny Time. Welcome. Yes, because I go to bed. Can you dance? What do you think this is? This ain't TikTok. Ain't no dance trend here. We don't dance here. We don't dance. Okay? We don't do none of that. This is a TED Talk, okay? Tuna face. This is a TED Talk. This is not anything about dancing. My TED Talk is all about being the best gamer that you can possibly be. Okay, that's what this whole channel is about. It's about being a gamer. It's about being the best gamer that you can possibly be. And I have the cheat code to being the best gamer. You can game? Yeah, I'm old. I've been gaming since the dawn of time, since the games were invented. I was here when the first game was invented. Yeah, that's how old I am. I was here when they made Atari. See, you don't know. See, none of y'all know about Atari. None of y'all know about that. No, none of y'all know about that. Y'all don't know about no Atari. Y'all don't know about Sega Genesis. Sega. Y'all don't know nothing about that. Y'all don't know nothing about Nintendo, okay? Y'all know nothing. I've been gaming since y'all were born. Before y'all was born. Thank you, Tuna. I've been gaming my whole entire life. When they first had the first computer game, okay? When they first had the very first computer game on the computer, Frog Leap, okay? You played Roblox since 1999. Now, I have not played Roblox. I don't know what the hype is about, them old Microsoft Windows looking characters. I don't know, okay? I don't know much about Roblox. I'm just telling you that I've been born a gamer. But see, Y'all, the gaming today, y'all hide behind computer screens and stuff. We used to do face to face gaming, at the arcade. We used to have a thing called an arcade. Thank you, Ryan. We used to have a thing called an arcade. We had all kind of games, right? And you could see the loser's face as you finish them, okay? Especially in Mortal Kombat. That was so much better to watch their face. To watch their face get destroyed right in front of you as you give them the final blow. Okay, that was real gaming back then. That was real gaming back then. What y'all do now, hiding behind the screen? We didn't do that. Okay, we didn't do that. We didn't do that. We did real gaming. Okay, thank you, Radia. We did real gaming back then. Okay, so yes, I game. Now, right now, I don't have a console. So, I can't game right now. I don't have a console. I need a gaming console, to game. But I got a Twitch account now. Just in case I get a console, and I can start playing y'all in college. I'm specifically interested in Call of Duty, because I like to murk my ops. So I want to play Call of Duty. I want to do that. So that's what I'm interested in. So if you want, to eventually watch me play Call of Duty or whatever, you better go to my Twitch, because that's the only place I'm going to do that at, is on Twitch. I get this question a lot. I'm going to just say I'm AOL old. I was here before AOL started. I was here before the internet started. I've been here a long time, like an aging vampire. I'm old like that. Been here for a century, it feels like. But I've been here for a long time. Yeah, the dawn of time. I was here before cell phones, before pagers. I've been here forever. I've been cooking on this earth forever. Been here a long time. I was here before computers, really. I was here before computer. Hello, embryo. Hey, how you doing? Good morning. I was here before computers. I was here before calculators. I think. Yeah. I was here before then. I've been here a long time. I've just been simmering here on earth. Just simmering. Waiting my turn. And then something clicked in my mind, and I said, you know what? I got something to offer the internet community. So let me get out here on these streaming services. What game do you play? I don't play a game right now. I don't have no game to play right now. Now, I used to be, now it wasn't a game. It wasn't a game. But I used to be an old school IMVU, and I used to be on Second Life and all that kind of stuff. I used to be one of those people. I used to be that. Matter of fact, if you look me up on Second Life, basically I'm a legend. You know what I mean? When I come in the room in Second Life and people see how long I've been there, it's like, oh man, oh, that's a legend. I've been on Second Life, I think probably since it started. Who knows? But I've been on there forever. Okay? So yeah, I'm like a vampire. I've been around for centuries, for a very long time. I've been cooking here, just waiting for my opportunity. So now I'm here. I do a lot of things. Okay, I do the YouTube. I do the live stream. I do my YouTube videos about relationships and all that kind of stuff. Then I do Substack and write my articles. Why are you so skinny? Thank you! Thank you, Chanel! Thank you! Thank you! Thank you! Do you cook? I'm gonna have to say no, not no more. I used to cook, but now that I'm old, I don't need to cook anymore. I don't need to cook. I'm getting to that point, as you guys get older, you like to eat and all this junk and all this stuff. When you start to get closer to, the death line, you start to retreat. Okay. I'm at this point in life where I barely want to cook. I don't want to cook anything. I want to just live and have fun. I'm not even really interested in eating all that much like I used to. Hello, I look sick. That's my time. Thank you, guys. Thank you. So I'm not even really interested in all that. To be honest, I'm not really interested in all that. No cooking. Really, I need a personal chef. So if anybody wants to be my personal chef, let me know. Holler at me. Because I need somebody to cook these meals that I don't want to do. I don't even want that many meals. I want a chef that can cook, what is that? Oatmeal. You can make a good oatmeal. That's all I care about really at this point. I'm kind of fixated on oatmeal. Oatmeal grits. If you can make grits, you a good cook, Christopher. What you know how to cook? What you really know how to cook? Cause that can be up for debate. You make cornmeal. Well, hold on. Cornmeal is used to make things. What cornmeal? What? You burnt popcorn. Oh, I'm so sorry for you. So sorry. That's an art to cooking popcorn. There, after all these years, you know what's funny? Now that you mentioned popcorn, after all these years, these people still don't know how to cook popcorn properly and burn it. Every time you're at work, if you go into the office, always somebody burning some popcorn because they don't know how to cook it. When there's a popcorn button on the microwave, you can cook eggs though. I don't know about that. I wouldn't eat your eggs. Just being honest. I wouldn't eat your eggs because anybody that say they can at least cook eggs, I know them eggs is barely edible. I'm so sorry. Barely can eat them. But cooking is not that hard, you guys. It's really not that hard. It's about timing, okay? Ingredients. Bye, Radia. It's about timing. It's about ingredients and stuff like that. So you don't want to, okay, this is rule number 1 when cooking on the stove. I'm going to just tell you flat out. Never cook in a cold pan. Let the pan heat up before you put the food in the skillet. You have more success, okay? You have more success. All right? Also, seasoning. Seasoning is an art. You on a Samsung right now. Why? Why y'all like Samsung phones? I really don't understand Samsung Android users. Why y'all like those phones? I teach a class on cell phones and stuff to seniors, and they all have Samsung phones. And they have the hardest time using them. But anyway, back to my cooking thing. If you don't know how to season your food, if you don't know which are the right seasonings to use, then you need to use pre-mixed seasoning. You need, oh, I need to rub that out. You need to use pre-mixed seasoning. Seasonings is already pre-mixed. They got hundreds of them. Use that. It'll make your day, it'll make your life much easier than trying to mix this pepper with this salt and this, and that. Use the pre-mixed seasoning. They are created for people who don't know that much about seasoning food. Okay? All right? And when all else fails, add a Maggi cube, which is a chicken bouillon. Add a Maggi cube to everything. You can add a Maggi cube to your chicken. You can add a Maggi cube to your rice. You can add a Maggi cube to your fish. You can add a Maggi cube to the beef you cooking. Add a Maggi cube to your food. It'll make it taste better. If you've been wondering why your kids have been secretly throwing your food in the trash, I'm going to tell you why. Because you ain't been seasoning your food with a Maggi cube. Put the Maggi cube in your food so your family will like you again. Right now, they can't stand you because you keep, under seasoning the food. The food is bland. Now, here is a recipe that I have for my lasagna. It's Friday night. You might want to cook a lasagna. So here it goes. Now, for the lasagna, you can go the traditional route. You know what I mean? And make your little sauce. Make your little, what they call it? The white sauce. I want to call it bun. That ain't what it's called. Whatever that sauce is that they pour in between the lasagna sheets, you can make that from scratch. You can do it traditional. And I do it both ways. But the ghetto way to make lasagna, and not that baby food shower lasagna with the cheddar cheese. That's diabolical. I'm not talking about that. If you going to make lasagna, my lasagna, if you make it, it's going to cost you $60, okay? It's a $60 lasagna. It's deep dish. It's huge. I haven't made it in a very long time because I don't eat heavy food like I used to. This is a heavy, knock you down. You're going to have to take a seat and sit down lasagna. Now, the first thing you need to do, now maybe I'll make it on camera. Now, if you look at some of my videos, you will see an artichoke lasagna that I made in my videos. So you can look, I think I tagged it as artichoke lasagna. So if you look at my videos, I have an artichoke lasagna there. There's no noodles in it or anything. It's just artichoke as the pasta layer. Okay, it's keto friendly lasagna. It came out wonderful, very good. But for my ghetto lasagna, it costs $60. It costs $60. All you need is beef and Italian sausage. You gotta cook that, mix them together, and you have your beef mixture. Then you need ricotta cheese, the big one. The big thing of ricotta cheese. Oh, that's what it's called, bechamel sauce. That's what they use in traditional lasagna. You can make your own, but I don't do that. I just use ricotta cheese. Use ricotta cheese. You need the big one, and then with the ricotta, all you're going to do is dump it in a bowl, okay? You're going to add 1 egg, and you're going to add some powdered Parmesan to it, and you're going to add some Italian. When you go in the grocery store, you know how you see all the salad dressings, But on the top shelf, they have dry mix salad dressing. They're like powders. You're going to get the Italian powdered dressing, salad dressing. It's not liquid. It is a powdered dressing. And matter of fact, I use that same Italian powder for the garlic bread. You mix the Italian powder with some fresh garlic and some butter, and you pour it all over your bread. Let me tell you something. The people who eat your garlic bread is gonna be like, who made the garlic bread? Who around here made the garlic bread? They're gonna be chasing you down, hunting you down in the street like a vampire, asking you for that damn garlic bread. That's guaranteed. So, but use that Italian packet, add it to the ricotta, the egg, and the Parmesan. Mix it all together. Mix that whole mixture together. I don't know why I'm telling y'all this, because I don't really give out my little recipes. You know, I don't really give that out. But I figure y'all like, you know, y'all good company. So I will tell you. So you got your ricotta mixture, you got your beef and Italian sausage, grounded up, cooked. Okay, you got that. You got the ricotta mixture. The pasta noodles, I use no boil noodles. You could use more fancier, more expensive noodles if you want. You know, like the ones that are full sheet lasagna noodles. You can use that, or you can make your own. If you feel like you got the time and you want to feel like you in Italy or something, you can make your own lasagna sheets from scratch. If you want to, if you got the patience and the time. If you got the mental capacity to sit there and make your own pasta, good for you. But I'm not doing that. I get the no boil noodles, okay? And you get that, you put that to the side. So now you have your 3 main ingredients: your pasta noodles, your ricotta mixture, your ground beef, and your Italian sausage mixed together. You got that. Then you need what is that? The sauce. Now the sauce, you can go either way, depending on how traditional you want to get. Do you want to get like you just stepped out of Italy somewhere? Then you need to get a can of crushed tomatoes and all that and make your own sauce, okay? Or, you know, the ghetto way, the easy way, is to just buy a jar of now for years I used to use Classico spaghetti sauce, and then I went to Barilla spaghetti sauce, which is good, and then Rayo's, but then they changed something in the Rayo's spaghetti sauce. So I'm back on my Classico BS. So Classico spaghetti sauce, take that, put that to the side. So you got your 4 main ingredients. Now you got your 5th ingredient coming, cheese. Let me tell you something. When you're making lasagna, you don't use cheddar cheese. If somebody is using cheddar cheese in their lasagna, they don't know what they're doing. Okay? If you see, when they peel back that foil and you see nothing but a orange landscape, you already know it's not going to be that great. It's not going to be great because cheddar cheese don't go in lasagna. It just don't go. And people that say that it's supposed to, oh, it doesn't make a difference. It makes a difference. It makes a huge difference because cheddar cheese is greasy. Cheddar cheese is really greasy. Why would you want greasy cheddar cheese in your lasagna? Why would you want your lasagna swimming in grease? That's the main reason you don't put cheddar cheese in the lasagna. It's going to be greasy. Nobody wants a greasy meal. So I use for my lasagna provolone, slices of provolone. I use mozzarella. I use Italian cheese. I use Parmesan cheese. Those 4 cheeses is what I use. Italian, mozzarella, provolone, and Parmesan. Those are the 4 cheeses I use when making my lasagna. So now you have those 5 ingredients. You got your hamburger and Italian sausage already cooked. You got your pasta, no boil pasta. You got your ricotta mixture. You got your spaghetti sauce, and you got your cheese. Now, how to layer this? How to layer this so that it looks pretty and it comes out not liquidy. I've seen people make lasagna and it comes out looking like soup, and I don't know where they went wrong. But my thing is to first lay down some sauce. You have to lay down some spaghetti sauce on the first layer. On the very first layer, it should be spaghetti sauce. The next layer is the noodles. You lay down some noodles, okay? Then what I like to do is take a scoop of ricotta mixture and spread it on each lasagna noodle. So I spread ricotta mixture on each lasagna noodle, like so, all across. And then I put ricotta mixture in the corners of the pan. Then I take my meat mixture and I mix it with the rest of the spaghetti sauce. I mix it all together. And then I pour it all over the noodles. Then I put all 4 layers of cheese, the shredded cheese, the Italian cheese, the mozzarella, the provolone. I put all that, lay it down. Then I take a little bit more ricotta here and there in certain spots, and I place it, some ricotta. Then I put another layer of noodles. And I do the same thing all the way to the top. So by the time you get done, if you cook your lasagna in the lasagna roasting pan, by the time you get done, you should have like at least 4 to 5 layers of noodles. And at the very top, now some people, they put a layer on top of noodles and they sprinkle some cheese and that's it. And they just, so then when it comes out, it kind of looks like a sheet of American, it looks like sliced cheese on top. I don't like that look. So what I do is I go ahead and make the last layer of noodles, and I let it be open. And I put a whole nother thing of meat mixture on top. And then I put cheese. I put that last layer of meat mixture on top. I put a whole bunch of cheese, and I sprinkle it with some basil, some dried basil. I put that on top and all that, and some Italian seasoning. Matter of fact, I take the rest of some of that packet of the Italian powdered dressing, and come back. And I take the powdered Italian dressing and I sprinkle it on top of the meat. And then I put and it's heavy too. And I put the lasagna in the oven. I let it cook for about 45 minutes to an hour. Really until it's brown on top, till the cheese melt and look good. Let me tell you something. When I cook that, people fall out. People fall out when I cook their lasagna. And one year I made a regular lasagna. I made a beef lasagna. And I made seafood lasagna. Now my seafood lasagna is the exact same process, except you're going to use Alfredo sauce. You can make your own Alfredo sauce, or you can buy it. I just use Alfredo sauce, and then instead of the meat, I use fresh lump of crab. I use shrimp. I use shrimp, a little bit of oyster juice in there, and I use what is that? Shrimp, crab. It's basically shrimp, crab, oysters, and I mixed all that together. Let me tell you something. And I add spinach. I add spinach to give it some, a little bit more weight. A little bit more weight to it. And I use all the same cheeses: Italian cheese, mozzarella, Parmesan, provolone. I use all the same cheeses and ricotta cheese, the whole nine. Let me tell you something about that seafood lasagna. Let me tell you something. I had people calling me. You know that lasagna was real good that you made. I said, yeah, it was good. Yeah, it was real good. When you making that again? First of all, seafood lasagna, when you buy a really good lump of crab, that stuff is expensive. That lasagna, the seafood lasagna, cost me I'm going to say about $80 to $90, okay, when I made it last time. So it's not cheap. So if you cheap, don't even think about it, because you ain't gonna be able to make that seafood lasagna. No, you can't make it no cheaper. If you make it too cheap, it's gonna taste cheap. Now, I have made a sheet of lasagna that cost me no more than $12, and it went over. It went over very well. My grandma, when she was living, she had me make lasagna for the ladies at the church. And she didn't give me no money or anything. So I said, okay. I said, well, I got about $20. Let me go on and see what I can get. She gave me two packs of frozen hamburger. Okay. I said, why she give me this frozen hamburger? So I took the frozen hamburger, I went ahead and cooked it. And I was able to get the other ingredients like under $12. Even the pan. I brought the pan, the lasagna roasting pan to put it in. I brought the Italian seasoning dressing powder. I brought that. And I brought, what else did I buy? I brought 2 jars of spaghetti sauce, the cheap one, ragu. Ooh, ragu. I mean, it helped you in a pinch, I guess. So I brought 2 jars of ragu dressing. I brought powdered Parmesan. I didn't do the whole ricotta mixture. I just brought, a little bit of ricotta. I didn't buy the big container of ricotta. And I did mix an egg in there in the ricotta. I did kind of do the ricotta mixture, but not as intense because I didn't have as much ricotta cheese to work with. And I brought cheap bags of mozzarella cheese, really cheap bags from Walmart of mozzarella cheese back then. And everything cost me about $12. So I cooked that lasagna. I layered it like I normally layer a lasagna. I did the whole thing and cooked it. I gave it to my grandma. My grandma was like, that's a big lasagna. I said, yeah. I said, it cost me about $12. She said, what, really? So, I gave it to her. She came back from church and she said that lasagna was so good. She said, oh my gosh. She said, all the ladies loved it. That was a cheap lasagna. So sometimes you can do a lot with a little. Sometimes you just got to be creative in what you're trying to fix. Sometimes people go to the grocery store and they don't really know how to make use of their ingredients. You just buying stuff just to be buying stuff instead of being strategic about how to make things stretch, how to make things last. You know what I mean? Like bulking up your food, adding extra stuff to make it heavier or make it last longer. You know, you can add mushrooms to hamburger meat to stretch out the meal and make the meal feel, uh, like a more of a full meal. Doing that, adding a lot of lettuce or mixing cauliflower rice with regular rice to stretch out, your meal. Stuff like that. Some people just go to the grocery store, they just be shopping, not sure what they really buying. They just buying just to be buying. You gotta be smart about it. You can't just go in there and just buy anything and waste time, waste ingredients and all that. So, and then with leftover, if you have leftover lasagna meat, the meat sauce, you can take that and make spaghetti with it. You can freeze it and make spaghetti. You can take it and stuff it into manicotti shells and add some ricotta and cover it, put some sauce over it. You got manicotti. Not a lot of young people know about manicotti. Y'all don't know about that stuff, but that is good too. Make good use of the stuff you got. Now, that's my TED Talk on lasagna. I hope y'all are able to make a lasagna with my ingredients. Don't share my ingredients with everybody. Don't share it with your mama and them. Don't share it with none of them. Don't share none of my stuff. You can make the lasagna. Don't share my stuff with nobody. Keep it to yourself. Keep it in the closet. Okay? Don't share my stuff with everybody. Everybody ain't deserving of the way I fix my lasagna. I'm kind of scared to show y'all how I fix lemon cake. I don't want y'all stealing my cake recipe. And then I scroll on social media, I see you making my cake. Like the way they making that cake look familiar. It look like how I make my cake. Cause I trust. I do all my stuff different than everybody else. I mean, everybody has their thing. I got my thing. I do my stuff totally different. I don't do what everybody else do. I do something so different than most people. Okay? Like when I make sweet potatoes, baked sweet potatoes, I add Grand Marnier to the sweet potato. I shouldn't even tell y'all that. Because now y'all going to be putting Grand Marnier on y'all sweet potatoes. But anyway, that's what I do. And then you mix it with a little bit of cinnamon and sugar and sprinkle it. I'm not going to tell y'all that. Because y'all not going to be using my stuff at Thanksgiving and claiming it's yours. And everybody, your grandma and them giving you praise. Oh, boy, you really cook some good sweet potatoes. Like, where'd you get that idea from? So I'm not going to tell y'all all my recipes and stuff because I don't want y'all, showing out at Thanksgiving with my recipes. And you know what? I hope y'all do have a good Thanksgiving. I hope y'all know how to cook y'all turkey. I hope everybody have a good holiday. I know it sounds crazy to even be talking about that, but time is flying. It's almost time for Halloween, then pretty soon Thanksgiving, back to Christmas. We back in the winter hell. It's coming. It's coming sooner than you think. But yeah, that's what I'm going to have to make that. I'm going to make my lemon cake on camera. My strawberry lemon cake. I'm going to make that on the live stream. And I will show y'all. But I'm not writing down no recipe. I'm not writing that down. I know y'all used to not following and paying attention. And y'all want the recipe written. I'm not doing that. You're going to have to follow. You're going to have to follow what I'm doing and write it down for yourself. That's how you learn. That's how you learn. If you've been wondering why you've been watching all these YouTube videos, they ain't learned a damn thing. It's because you're not taking notes. You're not writing down. You got to take the pen to hand, and write down the notes in order for it to cement in your mind. Okay? Pen to paper helps you learn better. Okay? But anyway, that's my rant about cooking. I hope you learned something today from cooking. Maybe you'll be a better cook. Maybe you could cook more than eggs. Watch some videos. Watch people that don't know how to cook try to cook. Watch them and say to yourself, I can do better than that. I want you to say to yourself, you know what, self? I can do much better than what that person doing right there. I can do better than that. And then just do better. Do better. Now I do have a video. I have a video showing you how to make Caesar salad, chicken Caesar salad on my YouTube channel. I have one about pancakes, how to make pancakes. Okay? How to make real pancakes with the crispy edges. Because some of y'all be making them biscuit pancakes, and those are horrible. Horrible. I don't know why. I don't know why y'all eating them dried up biscuit pancakes. But yeah, so I may show you how to cook you know what? I'll make it a meal. I will cook my lasagna the regular way, and then I will make a strawberry lemon cake. I will show you how to cook it. It'll be a whole dinner. You can impress your little girlfriend from Tinder. You can impress your little date if she even come over. She may tell you, I'm not coming to your house on no first date. You know. I don't know how y'all get women to come to your house on a first date anyway. I'm not sure. I don't know how y'all get the women to come. Not nowadays. It's not easy. It used to be easier. You know, used to be able to say, you know, hey, you want to come to my house? And she'd be like, oh, yeah, I'll stop by. I come over. What you cook for it? Easy peasy. Not in 2025. These chicks don't want to come to your house. They don't want to come to your house because they know what's about to go down at your house. They don't want to come no more. Times have changed. But anyway, I have to go. It is Friday. I have things to do. I got to start my job, start my work. You guys have a great day. And stay tuned for the cooking videos. Stay tuned for my Twitch. I mean, I'm already on Twitch. But stay tuned to watch me game and murk my ops on Call of Duty. Stay tuned. You gotta subscribe. You gotta like, share, subscribe so you know when I will be doing my my gaming or whatever. I gotta get a game thing first. I gotta choose between PlayStation or Xbox. I don't know. Or computer game. I don't even know yet. Let me know. Send me a message. Let me know which game system to do. Or should I do it all on the computer? I don't know what y'all do these days. Do y'all do computer or do y'all do PlayStation? I don't know what y'all do. Let me know. Send me a message. I have no idea. But I gotta go. Bye.